Man, it has been a long time since I've actually sat on a rock in the middle of a stream, just sitting on it. And yes, before y'all say anything or comment below, this is a stable rock. I made sure it was stable when I sat on it so that I don't fall or anything like that. I always check for stability. Like when you put your foot on a rock, what you want to do is kind of go like this with your foot, just very slightly to test the weight of it. By that I mean if it's heavy, it's going to stay sturdy. If it's light, it's going to tilt or it's going to go back. And the majority of these rocks that are here, like this one here, this one, that one, and that one, are stable, which is why I can step on it from this platform and get over this way. But I will say, which I didn't mention before, when you're crossing streams like this, let me go ahead and show you. Let me show you. See, I can kind of get a point of what I'm saying. When you cross streams like this, what you always want to do is make sure that you have your footing like this. When you have your footing like that. So I'm going to show you what I did. You do this, put your foot here, and you come across. Not so fast for beginners, you want to do this very slowly. But with people that are experienced like myself, I can go a little bit faster. And then I go ahead and I come across again and I put my foot down. You see I did that? Now you could do it on a flat surface like this, or if you feel it kind of, like you know what you're doing, you could start off doing it this way. It could come on through. Now what you don't want to do is you don't want to step on a rock that's very, very slippery or that has moss on it. And I got to show you what I'm saying so y'all can kind of connect the dots here. Oh, perfect. Kind of like right here. So you see this rock right here? This one right here. You see that? That's moss. You step on that, you slip and fall in the water. Now, why am I saying that? Because what if you're in a situation where you have to cross in order to get on the other side of the street? Or say if you're in a situation like this and you need to cross, which I've been in quite a number of times. Almost fell in, but I had to be careful. Now, there are situations where I was with this guy, right? And we got stuck like down at Daniels Dam. We was in the middle of it. So when we got stuck, I had to kind of tell him, do not rock your body back and forth. This current is very rapid. Just keep it stiff. Hold on to what it is that you're holding on to. But we were stepping on these rocks that had moss on it, which again, almost fell in. So we had to look for rocks like these, just like this, where there's nothing on it. And when you step on it, you want to make sure that your foot doesn't slide. You want to make sure it's firm and that you keep on going. Now, what I did was I sat down on that rock over there because I just decided to sit down on it. But most of these rocks, you can sit down on it. However, you might want to make sure that your weight is distributed evenly. So going over this way, there's a pocket. And a buddy of mine, as you saw, was jumping across because of his agility and his speed. Now I have agility, but the speed, like there's a gap right there. So is Nature Man gonna do that? No, sir. Why is that? Because there's a gap. But what he did was he went from this flat one right here, balanced himself, used logic and timing, did a leap and matched it perfectly. Without logic, you cannot do stuff like this. This is for people that are experienced or that is thinking about getting into stuff like this. I'm not encouraging you to go do it, but here again, if you're in a situation where you have to cross, where you have to, showing you how to do it the right way. Because most people will just say, yeah, just jump across and do it. No. Walk, step slowly, especially for new people. Make sure you have walking shoes, running shoes, or shoes that have really tight grip if you're going to do stuff like this. I've never taught this before, but I figured it was important to do this while I got my mind on it. And so as far as I've gone, and I'm making this long on purpose. So, show you another rerun. What I did there, I moved slowly. Now, am I going to step this way? If I do that, look. You see the gap? Now I got to time it. Am I going to go or am I going to stay back? No, Nature Man is going to step back. Why? Because I have these right here. It's a lot closer. Okay, so let's do this again. A step, and a step. Now I'm across. Okay, so I get on this rock. Step. See that rock? I step, and I walk on. Okay, my back was a little bit hunched, so you gotta keep the straight posture. Now I step here. How do I get over there? Could I do that? Yes. But see that? Don't step on that because you slide. you want to step on that. And what you want to do is get to the other side safely. Now, sometimes I'll step in the water, or sometimes I'll watch people do this first so I can do it safely. And I've gotten to the point where I can do it with quite a fast pace, but not too fast. Again, like I said, you got to use logic when you're doing stuff like this, because you don't want to fall in. You want to get across as safely as possible. Now, Kevin, he'll just go and he'll jump straight on through and just keep going. Why? Because he's experienced and he knows his footing very well, plus he's agile. So people like that, it takes logic, but it doesn't take too much logic to figure that out. I'm just giving y'all advice for people that are beginners, or people that, again, are in situations where they don't really have a lot of experience with stuff like this. Why not share it? You know, it actually may be beneficial to you in the future. So yeah, I just figured I'd give you guys that piece of information. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish up here, head on back home. So, Nature Man out. Stay tuned for more info.